is providing or is bringing in this by end of day. So that one I can assure you, Mheshimiwa, at least we have made provision for that. It is we have confirmed its availability, and we will be in the market by tomorrow. Another question was, I think I answered Esther Kamina's question on the waiver of the budget allocation for the debt on coffee farmers. And I think I've been able to at least be able to answer the questions at the members' list.
You have answered.
Thank you, Speaker.
Let's get another round from Senator Mandago.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I'd like to ask a supplementary question. The CS, following what Senator Mutinda has asked about coffee, CS, we hear there are plans to waive loans for coffee farmers. There are also plans to waive loans for cereal farmers through the AFC loans. And are there plans in the supplementary question for Senator Mungatana for livestock, Honorable CS, to supply the outstanding milk coolers under the program that was run by your ministry through the support of Polish government? Some counties, like my county, Honorable Speaker, had already built the structures for the milk coolers. The milk coolers were supposed to come from national government, Ministry of Agriculture, and we are still waiting. We want to know whether there are plans to complete that project, Honorable CS.
Senator Milaj.
Asante Bwana Spika kwa fursa hii, na mimi niweze kumuuliza maswali mawili matatu. Mawili. Haya, sawa. Waziri, swali langu ni kuhusiana na viwanda ambavyo mbeleni vilikuwa vinamilikiwa na serikali kuu. Nikiashiria kiwanda cha Biksa pale Kwale na kiwanda cha KMC pale Kibarani Mombasa County. Nimesikia katika maelezo yako ya kwamba KMC sahi imekuwa parastatal ambayo inapata faida. Na katika serikali iliyoondoka waliweza kuchukua Kibarani, Kenya Meat Commission, wakaipeana kwa KDF. Hivi sasa wananchi wa Mombasa kile ambacho wanapata kutokana na kiwanda kile ni kwenda kununua nyama pekee. Swali langu ni mipango gani kama wizara mko nayo kuweza kuondosha lile deni ambalo linadaiwa na kampuni ya Biksa ili vijana wetu waweze kupata ajira? Na pia katika KMC iliyoko Mombasa County Kibarani, tunataka kujua iwapo kuna juhudi ama jitihada zozote ambazo wizara imeweka kuweza kuiregesha KMC kwa raia, ili isiwe tu tunanunua nyama bali pia zile ajira zinarudi kwetu. Nadhani umeona kumekuwa na pilika na malumbano kuhusiana na watoto wetu kula migokaa. Na mimi imani yangu kubwa sio kwa sababu ati mgokaa ni muhadarati. Mimi naamini watoto wetu wanakula mgokaa kwa sababu hawana ajira. Hivyo basi naomba wizara yako iweze kuweka bayana iko mipango gani ya kuweza kuoffset yale madeni ambayo yako kule kwenye kiwanda cha Biksa Kwale na Mombasa, ikiwa KMC inaweza kuregeshwa ili iweze kudhibitiwa tena na raia, ili watoto wetu waweze kupata ajira, wawache kula mgokaa kuanzia asubuhi mpaka jioni, iwe wanakula mgokaa jioni kama starehe peke yake.
Sasa swali yako ni moja lakini unauliza na with 1000 ones. Senator Sheikh Abbas.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mine is a supplementary question, and that follows the question asked by Senator Gatana. Honorable Speaker, farmers along River Tana, especially in the lower stream, have had a lot of problems in the past and even now. That whenever it rains, the dams, the Kenyan dams are flood, and it destroys all the farms along for the three counties and part of even Kwale. That is Garissa, Tana River, Lamu, and part of Kilifi is destroyed. The last 3 seasons, farmers have not harvested anything. Most of the farm structures have been destroyed. Even the citrus fruits have been destroyed. Is there any plan for your ministry? You see, whenever there's a disaster, farmers normally get compensation or they've been assisted. The way it is, this time you're now waiving and bailing out coffee farmers. At your backyard, last time, the farmers in the Mira farmers have been bailed out when there was the Mira had been stopped from Somalia and all those places. But these farmers never get compensation. The farmers are not producing anything. So, Bwana Waziri, is there anything in place for you to support? Because the downstream farmers are really having problems, and they never harvest anything for the last 3 years. So is there any interventions or any plan from your ministry or the government to support those farmers to at least recover from the losses? Thank you.
He has answered those 3 questions. Then we go to the last question from Senator Joyce Korir.
The last question, Mr. Speaker, I think the same question was asked by the great lady who asked the question on behalf of Mukatana. And I said, we'll look at how, it is not possible for right now to establish the loss incurred by the farmers out of these floods because it is premature. The rains are still ongoing. We've not taken full stock. And I gave an update of the acreage of land that has already been destroyed by the floods. And you never know, they may have to extend to other farms. But once this exercise is followed, and even if there is nothing else that can be done, just like you see, we've been moving people from the riparian areas for fear of the overflows affecting our people, and Cabinet can sit down and make decisions, then at that appropriate time, I will be able to present a case for consideration. But for now, I wouldn't want to tell you that there is so much money that you can be able to do. Secondly, I said that we have a crop insurance, we have crops insurance. It will be necessary for us, once this is done, to sit down with our insurers and see how we can be able to come through for our farmers. So I would suggest, Mheshimiwa, that we give it some bit of time because there's a need to consult further, but you're also raising these questions at a very good time because any decision that we make from now henceforth is also informed by the sentiments that the honorable senators are making, because they will also we must be able to capture the feelings of the representatives of the people, and if we have to come up with a solution, it's a solution that really addresses and it can be appreciated by the people that really intend to really indemnify, just in case we get a very clear way on how to do it. Madam from Mombasa, one, let me put it very clear, because you are saying you want KMC back so that people don't chew Muguka and Mira. Mira and Muguka is a scheduled crop. I was in the National Assembly when we amended, and I think Mheshimiwa Cheptumo, when we amended the Crops Act to provide Muguka or Mira as a crop just like any other. And it's really unfortunate that you find that in some areas of this country, people would want to treat those farmers or those crops as if they are lesser crops. So from the Senate, Mira, Muguka is a crop like cotton, like maize, like any other, and requires specific or respect, just like any other. And for avoidance of doubt, even the Harvard Directorate, a law that was passed through the creating law of AFA, recognizes a directorate called the Mira and Pyrethrum Directorate. So we cannot negotiate because Mira is in law. Whether, just like tobacco, even tobacco is a crop. And each of these crops that we have in the country have specific benefits to the country. So what I do not want to tell you or to assure you is that we will take back KMC to the public. KMC will remain as a government agency, and KMC is doing a very good job under the leadership of the Major General. And for the first time, I think KMC is making profits. KMC, when you take your cows or your animals to KMC, you don't take years. You don't. And I want to ask our livestock farmers, don't bother so much of looking for market for your livestock. Once your livestock is of age, please, you don't have to make sure, deal with us to go talk to KMC, get a movement permit, carry your ng'ombe to KMC. They will be bought instantly. So we have already gotten enough, we have already market for our livestock. And you will not take beyond 72 hours to be paid, and they do not require any money, right, from government so that they can pay you. It's a commercial enterprise that is running well, that is generating revenue, and I'm looking forward to a time, or in the very near future, when we will have paid all those debts, and they will be paying money back to the exchequer. So that is the position. So the people from the Asaro counties, the people that are keeping livestock, we have a market that is assured, and you really don't have to really be afraid. And the prices are very good. The manner or the process of identifying the value is on grading. The grading system is what is paying farmers at KMC. So that if you have kept your animal well and is of good quality, then you fetch a better price than anyone else who has not really taken care of his animal. That recognizes or appreciates or rewards really good work and proper animal husband. So KMC is there to stay where it is, because we've done a good job. It's buying our farmers, is buying animals from our farmers, and they are paying us in good time. The senator for Washinigishu, coolers. Coolers, we have really talked about coolers for quite some time, and we intend to really actualize this dream the shortest time possible, possibly before the end of the year. You know, at times, there are things that are beyond our control. When I took over the ministry, this project has been there for quite a long time. And you know, this is a pet project for the president because we want to create value or to ensure that our milk from our farmers is not spoiled, and they need to have these coolers. I would say that we were not very fortunate because this is a Polish-tied credit between Poland and Kenya. And unfortunately, before we could conclude, because even Treasury had sent money to my ministry to really pay and meet our bargain, there was change of guard in Poland and government changed. So when government changed, it became difficult for us to immediately continue with that program, because they said they required time to do an audit of the projects that the former administration has gotten itself into. This gave us a very serious setback, and that's where we are. But I want to also say that we have already now agreed that I think the Prime Cabinet Secretary will be leading a delegation to Poland next month, so that we can see whether we can be able to sort out this matter with the Polish government with a view to now commencing the process or restarting the process of availing coolers to our farmers. That is the position, Mheshimiwa Mandago. We regret the delay, but you know, how I wish Kenyans were paying enough taxes that would be able to really finance our projects and not be able to really have to beg throughout. So we have to bear with the situation. So that is where we are for now. But I'm sure we won't be able to really avail of coolers to our farmers. And the faster it is done, I will be the best person, because our farmers have done what they're supposed to do. Milk production has increased in the country. So I would really want to ask Lindas really to also give us options, give us support, so that at least we really do not discourage our farmers. But leave it to us. Let's see what comes out of the meeting we are going to Poland, no, that we are going to have in Poland, that we'll be able to sort this problem. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Senator Sige, ask question number 019. Mike.
Thank you. I think now I'm on record. Before I ask my question, Mr. Speaker, I note from the order paper that this was the first question that ought to have come prior to the other two.
You are out of order, Senator.
And
just ask the question.
I'm just raising concern, Mr. Speaker, so that we are allowed to plan ourselves appropriately. I came in at 9 because this question was meant to be asked by Senator Joyce.
Yeah, also the speakers are to reorganize.
I didn't hear the Honorable Speaker reorganizing the order paper. Mr.
Just
Speaker,
ask the question, Senator Sige.
this is a question on behalf of Senator Joyce Korir to the Honorable Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture and Livestock Development. Question 019A. What measures has the government put in place to ensure that all meat sold in Kenya meets requisite standards for human consumption? And could the Cabinet Secretary clarify whether the government monitors the entire meat supply chain from slaughterhouses to retail outlets? B, could the Cabinet Secretary state measures put in place to ensure proper disposal of meat certified as unfit for human consumption, and also guarantee that carcasses of already dead animals are not slaughtered and sold to unsuspecting Kenyans? C, could the Cabinet Secretary provide an update on all court cases regarding the sale of uninspected meat? And lastly, Honorable Speaker, D, what strategies and initiatives has the government adopted to promote value addition in slaughterhouses, particularly concerning byproducts such as hooves, hides, and skins, to enhance the economic